Copilot Plus PCs introduce a new systems architecture powered by the CPU, GPU, and an all-new NPU running at an incredible 40 trillion operations per second.
And it's why we are introducing an entirely new class of Windows PCs engineered to unleash the power of distributed AI. We call this new category Copilot Plus PCs.
Microsoft's new computer has just issued a shocking warning to Nvidia. The latest tools from Microsoft Build are too proficient at mimicking human behavior, yet they cannot fully grasp our deepest feelings, although many experts say it's only a matter of time before they do and begin to rule over us. As cutting-edge AI like GPT-4 gets cheaper and spreads everywhere, it's getting into hands that might not be ready for it. Are we playing with fire with AI? Let us expose the looming dangers behind these powerful tools. The hidden competition in Silicon Valley's tech giants. Among the new features in Chat GPT4 is a voice mode that is gaining popularity, but it's worth considering whether we are truly ready for the impact these advances may bring. Imagine the current surge in technology as similar to a major economic boom. It's exciting and transformative. Suppose you were a leader or a key investor at the forefront of this wave, addressing a group of enthusiastic developers. In that case, you might describe this period as incredibly exciting for those creating new technologies. This era could be seen as the most thrilling time since the creation of smartphones or even the early days of the internet. However, in such times of high enthusiasm, it's important to remain cautious. The potential of artificial intelligence is huge, but it doesn't remove the need for thorough planning and consistent hard work. Being captivated by the broad possibilities of new technology might lead some to mistakenly believe that traditional methods are no longer relevant. Despite technological advancements, the basic principles of developing a successful product, building a company, or offering a service have not changed. Commitment and strategic planning are essential. As we move forward in this exciting period of technological advancement, we must not forget that the most sophisticated tools still require human insight and judgment to be truly effective. Business fundamentals remain constant, even in the face of exciting technological advancements. It's important not to lose focus on the solid realities that come with creating something truly worthwhile. Artificial intelligence, while important, is just a part of a larger picture. It doesn't replace the need for a solid business plan or a compelling product. It's very easy to get distracted by the possibilities of new technology and overlook these core requirements. As the leader of a forward-thinking company, your responsibility is to keep your team practical and directed, helping them avoid the typical mistakes that many make during times of rapid technological change. The best advice you could give would be to appreciate the importance of this era of technology, but make sure its shine doesn't obscure the foundational truths of running a business. The real challenge begins when the initial excitement has worn off. Looking back to the late 2000s, we see a trend where many businesses started calling themselves mobile companies, proudly promoting their mobile apps as revolutionary. Yet, by the early 2010s, such claims had become ordinary, no longer distinguishing one business from another. What initially seemed innovative quickly turned into a basic expectation within the technology sector. As smartphones and other devices improved, discussions shifted towards achieving more complex forms of artificial intelligence. The industry generally agreed that these technological advances would enable capabilities in AI that were once thought impossible. There was a widespread belief that the speed of technological advancements was increasing rapidly, implying that addressing these challenges would require efforts from everyone involved. A significant development was the launch of Microsoft Copilot, introduced as an essential tool for users. This tool was designed to provide instant access to information and expert advice, thereby boosting productivity and aiding in better decision-making. It also allowed developers to create their own AI applications, suggesting a future where users could adapt their technological tools to meet their specific requirements. While these advancements were indeed significant and marked a notable progression, they seemed to be part of a continuous trend of gradual improvement, mirroring the ongoing development seen in the tech industry over the years. This pattern of innovation, often celebrated as groundbreaking, typically involves updating old ideas with minor tweaks, indicating more of a slow and steady progress than the radical changes frequently advertised. Recently, a tech company unveiled its latest product, the Copilot Plus PCs. These computers were excitingly introduced and described as the fastest AI-first PCs ever created. This statement is common in the technology industry, where every new product is promoted as a major breakthrough. At the same time, the company took the opportunity to spotlight improvements to its infrastructure, emphasizing their redesigned data centers tailored specifically for AI-related tasks. This update was aimed at making the centers use energy more efficiently, which could help in reducing both the costs of operation and the amount of power they use. The company launched what it claimed to be the most powerful AI supercomputer available through cloud services, utilizing only a small part of their cloud resources. Since this launch, they have reported that their supercomputing power on the Azure platform has grown 30 times. At the heart of the company's AI infrastructure are devices known as AI accelerators. These include products from famous tech companies like Nvidia and AMD, as well as their own Azure Maya. These accelerators are advertised as being specifically designed to handle different AI tasks effectively, boasting unmatched flexibility and efficiency. Yet beneath the flashy announcements, there's a significant amount of strategic marketing intended to capture attention and dominate headlines. Each upgrade in technology is presented as a revolutionary step forward, showcasing the company's dominance in the tech market. This ongoing flow of announcements about supposedly unparalleled innovations is designed to awe the audience and reinforce the company's position as a leader in technology. Next, the discussion moves to a partnership that is reshaping the field of technology. Copilot Apps is set to become one of the first cloud providers to introduce Nvidia's new Blackwell GPUs, including the B100 and GB200 models. This approach is not just about technological advancement, but also represents a strategic effort to maintain a leading position in the AI technology landscape, constantly pushing the boundaries of what their platforms can achieve while keeping competitors at a distance. These announcements, while significant in terms of technology, often reveal more about strategic market positioning and the continuous race to be viewed as the most innovative entity in the tech world. Let's look at the big companies leading AI's exciting future. Tech Titans Alliance. The ongoing collaboration between these tech companies is framed as a continuous, energetic effort to enhance and refine system capabilities. This effort is portrayed as guaranteeing that clients of Copilot apps not only receive the latest technology, but also benefit from the most cost-effective solutions. The narrative suggests that by keeping ahead of technological developments and constantly improving their products, Copilot Apps maintains an essential competitive edge, offering clients innovation along with affordability. They often proclaim that they are advancing their technology, especially in the field of artificial intelligence. Their partnership with Nvidia has supposedly allowed them to include high-level enterprise solutions like Omniverse Cloud and DGX Cloud into Azure, described as crucial for significantly enhancing their services. Turning attention to AMD, it appears there is more positive news. Microsoft has become the first cloud service provider to use virtual machines that include AMD's MI300X AI accelerator. This step is celebrated as a significant achievement for both AMD and Microsoft. These machines are now promoted as leading the market in terms of cost efficiency for GPT-4 related tasks. The path with AMD is claimed to be in its early stages, with ambitious plans to further extend the capabilities of Azure AI. Additionally, there are reported improvements to Azure's infrastructure, supposedly made to better accommodate AI and the creation of cloud-native applications. Reflect on when Microsoft introduced Cobalt, their initial ARM-based processor. Currently, they are launching these processors in a public preview of Cobalt-based VMs, which they claim are showing encouraging results in recent evaluations. The introduction of the Cobalt 100 VMs has reportedly generated considerable interest in the tech community. This new virtual machine system is boasted to perform 40% better than any similar system on the market that uses ARM-based technology. The company behind Cobalt 100 is reportedly very eager to see how it will perform in the commercial market. Azure AI has climbed up in the world of technology by offering advanced and open-source models like LLMs and SLMs made to fit the varying and tough needs of different users. A big part of Azure AI's plan is working closely with OpenAI. OpenAI recently brought out GPT-4o, their most sophisticated model yet, which can deal with text, audio, images, and video because it was trained on Azure's platforms. This was a big step in AI development. GPT-4o is made to talk like a human, responding smoothly and quickly, even if interrupted. At first, AI systems could only do what they were specifically programmed to do and couldn't learn from data or handle new situations. But with the rise of machine learning, AI began to learn and adapt by analyzing giant amounts of data. However, behind the glossy advancements, there's a strong marketing game aimed to keep Azure at the center of tech talks. Each new release is highly celebrated, often shown off as a key step in AI evolution, which might feel more like a selling trick than a real breakthrough. This way of showing off each new update often raises expectations too high and might distract from the real uses and limits of the technology. The excitement around these new developments can hide the slow and steady truth of tech progress, making some people wonder if these are really big leaps or just small steps in a long journey. Despite the fanfare, each new piece of technology is introduced with big excitement as a big milestone, which might seem more about keeping up a story of never-ending innovation rather than showing the real speed of tech improvements. This often makes people think their impact is bigger than it really is, hiding the slow and careful progress that's actually happening. As AI tech gets better, it's important to keep a balanced view that appreciates both the achievements and the remaining challenges. This gives a more accurate picture of AI's role in our tech world. Deep learning, a key part of machine learning, has pushed AI's capabilities far by using complex networks similar to the human brain. These networks can now handle and learn from massive data sets in new ways, leading to big improvements in understanding language, recognizing images, and even self-driving cars. Now see how AI is changing the way we handle customer service. The AI unstoppable revolution in customer service. Chat GPT-4 is highlighted for its role in voice-based activities, purportedly making it perfect for creating interactive voice assistants or conducting real-time audio analysis and transcription. This feature is said to revolutionize customer service by managing inquiries through both spoken and written communication, improving the overall service experience. Further exploration reveals that Chat GPT-4 is reportedly transforming various sectors. In education, it is claimed to revolutionize teaching platforms by offering personalized tutoring and language assistance in developing interactive, adaptable educational content that meets students' specific needs. In healthcare, Chat GPT-4 is said to help manage patient records, assist in diagnosing medical conditions with its image analysis skills, and simplify office tasks. The financial world is reshaping business operations by analyzing documents, improving customer service, and enhancing security with advanced techniques to detect fraud. Retailers are reportedly experiencing better customer interactions, more personalized shopping experiences, and smarter stock management through predictive analytics. In the entertainment sector, Chat GPT-4 is credited with creating new types of content, aiding in video game development, and improving interactions in virtual settings. In manufacturing, it monitors equipment, analyzes data from production lines, and helps uphold safety standards. While these advancements are portrayed as groundbreaking, there remains a degree of skepticism about whether these are truly innovative breakthroughs or just the next expected steps in AI development. The way these AI tools are marketed often suggests revolutionary changes, which might exaggerate the actual, gradual improvements in technology. This raises questions about whether the industry is truly delivering on its promises of innovation, or if it is mainly excelling at marketing modest enhancements as major breakthroughs. The automotive industry is taking advantage of advancements in navigation systems, improved user interfaces, and developments in self-driving car technology. Chat GPT-4 is also playing a crucial role in the legal field by enhancing document analysis, streamlining research, and automating repetitive legal tasks. In the tourism and hospitality sector, it improves customer interactions through more tailored communication, simplifies booking processes, and delivers information services with greater efficiency. Telecommunication companies utilize Chat GPT4 to improve customer support, analyze giant amounts of call data, and maintain network systems with increased reliability. Each of these sectors is discovering significant benefits from using Chat GPT4 thanks to its adaptability and extensive knowledge base. Furthermore, as artificial intelligence technology continues to advance, there is a strong focus on making these systems more user-friendly and secure. There are considerable efforts to ensure that AI operates within ethical guidelines, adheres to social norms, and remains free from biases. OpenAI has implemented numerous safety measures in Chat GPT4 to prevent its misuse and ensure that it continues to provide beneficial assistance. As artificial intelligence continues to develop, we can anticipate further improvements that will integrate these systems more deeply into our daily lives. Chat GPT4 is transforming from a simple task automation tool into a valuable assistant that enhances human capabilities and offers support in a myriad of ways, including education, creative arts, business, and everyday problem solving. Now let's explore how AI is transforming the management of data. A critical aspect of modern technology is the Internet of Things, or IoT. This term refers to a network of devices from smartwatches to home security systems, all connected to the internet and capable of exchanging data. As these devices constantly send and receive data, a new tool known as Fabric is being introduced to better manage these giant amounts of information. Fabric is designed to be user-friendly and is set to revolutionize the way we handle data analysis, making the process more efficient and intelligent. The technology sector is constantly advancing, with a strong focus on incorporating artificial intelligence throughout the entire data management process. A prominent example of this trend is GitHub Copilot, often celebrated as a significant AI innovation. Yet it's worth considering whether it truly represents a revolutionary step forward or simply another component in the expanding realm of technology. As these technologies evolve and merge, they aim to create more connected and streamlined systems. However, they also introduce greater complexity and deepen our dependency on ever-evolving digital tools. While the idea of making programming simple for everyone sounds great, there are real concerns about whether it can actually work. Can someone who has never programmed before really start building complex software right away? This approach might make programming sound too easy, missing the true depth and complexity it involves. Programming isn't just about typing commands into a computer, it's about understanding and solving problems on your own. Relying more and more on AI could lead to a new group of programmers who are good at using tools, but might not have the deep skills needed to solve problems by themselves. While the technology is impressive, it might weaken the traditional skills of programming, which is known for its intellectual challenge and creativity. As we use AI more in our everyday lives, it's important to think about the effects of this dependence. Are we losing our ability to do tasks without digital help? Moving towards automated solutions might lessen our critical thinking and problem-solving skills, which are crucial in many parts of life and work. If we depend too much on AI, we might be giving up long-term skills and understanding for short-term ease. This raises worries about what the future will look like for the workforce and our ability to solve problems every day. The whole process spans from pinpointing the initial problem to finalizing the specifications, planning, and doing the actual coding work. This method claims to give you total control, allowing changes at any stage, and is touted as a revolutionary way to develop software. Next, explore how AI is transforming the world of coding. The changing face of coding assistants. The recent enhancements include the launch of GitHub Copilot extensions, which have transformed GitHub Copilot into a more versatile coding assistant. It now integrates features from various external services, including Docker and Sentry. Moreover, a noteworthy addition is a new extension specifically tailored for Azure and GitHub Copilot. This particular update facilitates rapid deployment to Azure, enabling direct connections of your projects to cloud services with what seems like minimal effort. This advancement is often promoted as the forefront of technology, implying that by using it, you are leading the technology race. However, it may actually feel as though you are just trying to keep up with endless updates, requiring you to be constantly connected. The system is designed to give the impression that it is enhancing productivity and spurring innovation, yet it could also be viewed as pressuring developers to continually adjust to a changing set of tools and practices. This situation can become overwhelming, prompting questions about whether the complexity of constantly changing tools is subtracting from the core work of coding. Microsoft's Copilot is crafted to assist you in efficiently accessing and utilizing information about your Azure resources. It utilizes both the extensive information available on the internet and the specific data held within your organization. It is portrayed as an advanced tool aimed at making the management of technological resources simpler and more streamlined. Initially, Copilot was designed to simplify coding tasks, functioning much like an assistant well-versed in code. Now its function has expanded to include not just coding, but also infrastructure and operations, key areas essential for the upkeep and management of a business's technological framework. This expansion is heralded as crucial, as it aims to lessen the technical challenges that often overwhelm IT departments. Yet one must consider whether this broadening of functions and continuous integration of new features are genuinely simplifying workloads or just layering more complexity onto already complex IT operations. As developers and IT professionals are urged to quickly adopt and master these new tools, there's a risk that they might neglect the essence of their primary coding and technology management duties. It seems that in the quest to simplify technology, we might be complicating it even more, creating a dependency loop on the very tools that were supposed to reduce technological struggles. This cycle could lead to a situation where technology, rather than serving as a tool for simplification and efficiency, becomes a perpetual source of complexity and challenge. As tools like Team Copilot become more widespread in our workplaces, they are reshaping how teams collaborate. With growing reliance on such software to streamline interactions, there is a looming question about a future where humans might play only symbolic roles in teams, with digital tools handling the substantial tasks. Looking into the future, another breakthrough in digital tool development is anticipated. This forthcoming innovation is expected to simplify project management to a point where human input is minimal, enabling employees to delegate the more challenging aspects to the tool. Developers have teased its release for later this year, igniting curiosity and anticipation about its availability. Despite the potential benefits, there is significant skepticism. As these digital tools proliferate and become more embedded in our professional lives, concerns are rising about their actual effectiveness and the possibility that these tools might diminish human skills and creativity. Are we truly making our processes more efficient, or are we ceding too much control to automated systems, potentially at the expense of our own professional growth and problem-solving capabilities? This growing dependence on digital assistants calls for a thorough review of how much influence we should allow technology to have over the dynamics and operations of our workplace environments. Digital helpers are a growing trend. By 2025, it is predicted that they will manage our daily tasks on their own, supposedly allowing us to concentrate on more important things. However, incorporating these technologies into our lives isn't as easy as it sounds. They need a lot of setup, similar to training a new employee for a specific role. Even though they are meant to operate quietly in the background, these technologies sometimes fail unexpectedly. Moving on, let's consider the balance between being convenient and keeping things private. Automated helpers. More hassle than help? Using these digital tools often means we have to give up some privacy. Every task we automate or piece of data we input can expose our personal or business information to risks. This compromise between convenience and privacy is a major concern, especially as these tools become more integrated into our daily lives. Moreover, the idea that these digital assistants will let us focus on more important matters is often misleading. In reality, we spend a lot of time setting up, fixing, and adjusting these systems to make them work right. This not only distracts us from our main tasks, but also makes us more reliant on digital solutions. There's also the issue of losing our skills. As we hand over more tasks to these digital helpers, there's a real chance that our own abilities to manage tasks and solve problems could weaken. We're trading our capability to handle complex challenges on our own for a doubtful reliance on digital aids. This dependency might backfire, leaving us unprepared when technology fails or when situations require a human touch that technology cannot offer. Additionally, the pressure to stay updated with the latest advancements and to maintain these systems can be exhausting. It feels as though we are working for the technology rather than it working for us. This constant need to upgrade and adapt creates a cycle where we're never truly freed up to focus on more important matters, contrary to what was promised. Instead, we find ourselves trapped in a continuous cycle of responding to the demands of technology. While these digital assistants claim to bring efficiency and simplicity, they also introduce layers of complexity, potential risks, and dependence that might make our lives more complicated rather than simpler. The critical question is whether the advantages truly outweigh the drawbacks, or if we are simply entangling ourselves further in a web of digital dependence that could prove hard to escape. As these tools become more common, we must critically assess whether they truly enhance our productivity or merely add to our list of responsibilities. There is a lot of excitement about groundbreaking technology, yet it's important to acknowledge that not all technological advances are easy to get or helpful for everyone. Most of the time, these innovations benefit a small group of wealthy individuals, ignoring the majority. The real test is in creating technologies that are inclusive and beneficial to a larger group of people. For those of you leading the development of these technologies, you are creating what many consider the new world. However, it's critical not just to concentrate on the technology itself, but also on the results it brings about. The goal should be to use technology to make our work more efficient, improve our communities, and spread benefits more widely. Imagine a future where not only news but also images and videos could be made up by smart software. These artificial images and videos, known as deepfakes, are becoming so convincing that they could sway major events like elections by changing public opinion. A major challenge soon will be to tell apart what is real from what is made up by these programs. Looking forward, there are promising developments in AI that aim to make AI more efficient, using less information and requiring less computing power. This change could make advanced features available to smaller organizations and individuals without large budgets, leveling the playing field. Additionally, AI is expected to improve how we interact with technology daily. Companies like Google are incorporating AI more deeply into everyday tools like smartphones and web browsers, making these interactions more seamless and intuitive. AI tools that handle routine tasks could change how satisfied people are with their jobs by allowing them to focus on more meaningful work. This could lead to happier employees who are more likely to remain with their companies. As AI becomes more embedded in businesses, we might see the creation of completely new business models and company structures that are driven by AI. Future companies might operate more on their own, using AI for management and daily tasks, which could revolutionize traditional business methods and workflows. However, this growing reliance on AI brings up serious concerns. Are we becoming too dependent on systems that we don't fully understand? By giving more of our daily tasks and decisions to AI, there's a risk that we might lose important skills and insights that define our humanity and professional expertise. Also, the rapid adoption of AI could make existing social inequalities worse, as those who can afford to integrate these technologies might advance far beyond those who cannot. While the future of AI holds potential, it also presents significant challenges that need careful consideration to ensure technology benefits everyone, not just a privileged few. How will AI influence our moral compass and personal freedoms? Comment your thoughts below and subscribe for more debates on the future of technology.